All right, everybody, we're going to be jumping to this other Crash Bandito video. This one is a little bit older. Let's take a look. It is a month ago, so not that much older. And we're going to go over the plan method. We're going to go over all the educational stuff so that we understand how these people crashed, had these close calls, so that we don't have them ourselves.
A rider from Izmir, Turkey was cruising down the highway.
A lot of wet roads.
The road was clearly wet.
145 kilometers per hour. That is in between 87 and... So it's about 90 miles an hour. So when we come up with wet roads, remember that we have a little bit of a traction loss, especially if we're at high speed. We might start hydroplaning. So we're going to be going over the top of that water, and it's going to lose all traction because our tires are not going to be gripping the road. So make sure your tires have good tread. Don't be speeding like this. And just realize that at this speed, and especially with the wet road, your total stopping distance is absolutely going to be astronomical. You're not going to be able to stop in time when it comes to an issue that's coming up. So be very careful. Don't speed like this.
But seemed manageable until he suddenly switched lanes.
160. That's 100 miles an hour. Oh, there it is. Hydroplane. Up and over. Not worth it. Not worth it.
You can see there's a bit
Not
of
worth
rain as
it.
he crosses the lane markings, which becomes especially
He lost traction.
wet conditions.
Lost traction.
Combined
Guys, slow it down.
A sudden loss of traction. For any
Slow
riders
it
watching,
down.
be extra cautious when riding in the rain, especially during lane changes. Thankfully, the biker was wearing proper gear and walked away.
Yeah, he walked away. Overall, not a good situation. Like I said, slow it down. You're not going to have, like, it. I know a lot of you new riders. I know some of you guys, some of you in the chat right now, because we do this live. Some of you are watching these videos or watching me a year or 6 months before you even get a bike. And maybe it's scary. Maybe it's scary that it's like you see this, like, oh no, I don't want to ride in the rain because I'm going to slip and slide and crash. Guys, trust your tires. If you have good tread on your tires, you're at the appropriate PSI, you're doing the appropriate speeds, you're not weaving in and out of traffic, you're not going to have a lot of these issues. Your tires, they are going to grip the ground. They are going to do that. His right leg is broken. No, his shoe just fell off.
Okay.
His shoe fell off.
Oh my God.
Okay. Same thing with this. Let's take a quick look right here. It's a little bit blurry, but somebody's pulling out. They probably pulled out of this little spot right here, and then they're going to cross traffic to get into this turn lane. Pretty scary, but we don't know what's happening with this motorcycle rider. We don't know if he's going too fast, especially in the area like this. So when it comes to planning a ride, you have to realize where you are. Multiple different intersections, not good. So let's keep the speed at the speed limit. Maybe, yeah, at the speed limit. Let's locate anybody pulling out, assessing if they're a relevant threat. This is a relevant threat. So he's already in the swerve. But if we were going the appropriate speed, we would be able to make the swerve a lot easier. If we're going too fast, we're going to have to swerve hard, and we're going to be closing this gap really close, like really quick. So please, please, please just do the appropriate speed. That might be the issue here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's going pretty fast. If you have time to say, oh my God, it's not a good thing. So when we talk about escape paths, always have that escape path when it comes to positioning. You really have to do this. You have to. Now, if he was going the appropriate speed,
Gear and walked away.
Take a look.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're going the appropriate speed, this gap behind the person is opening up. This gap right here is closing. So this escape route is going to be difficult because they're aiming for it too. So you guys are going to intersect at the same time. So this is not a good spot. You might have to slow it down, let them go a little bit further, and then you go for this escape path. Okay, so it's all about reading the road.
Oh my.
See, right behind the driver is now an escape path. Because their nose is pointed this way. They're going for this. So don't go for it too.
Oh my God.
So when we talk about mechanism of injury, right arm, possibly. Knee.
This biker was riding along when someone suddenly pulled out from the right, completely out of nowhere.
Okay, at no point were we slowing down. So it's good that we have more context. So he's kind of just chilling, cruising. I know some of you guys like to do that. Not a big deal. But when we talk about looking for stuff, locating hazardous situations, we see it here. We see it here. Side of the vehicle coming out. Okay. So when it comes to planning a ride, locating hazardous situations, that guy's coming out. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Let's see what this guy's going to do. Now he's in our lane. Okay. Definitely, it's an active threat. He's in our lane. He's not going to go. He's not going the flow that I'm going. So at some point, I'm going to catch up to this person. So now that I know that, apply some progressive braking. Start applying some progressive braking. Either let them in, or it's buying you time for them to finally get into the other lane. So start applying progressive braking now. Don't just assume that they're going to get out of your way in time. Don't assume things. Apply the progressive braking. We didn't do it until here. We didn't do it until the last
The
second.
biker may have been a little fast, but the real issue is the driver's full disregard for oncoming traffic. The driver didn't even glance at the road before pulling out, completely ignoring everyone else. Luckily, the biker escaped without a
Drivers do that all the time.
serious injuries at all.
Hold on.
Slow it down.
Get up.
Okay, I don't care about this.
Even when other drivers clearly make mistakes.
Take a look. Going a little fast. Person's coming out. Good swerve. Did the best they could. Did the best they could. So when you make that swerve right here, it's like, oh crap. Here's an open lane. So now we're gonna have to start applying the brakes because we have head-on traffic. Not much we can do. And in here, you have to make a quick decision. This person's giving you a gap. You might have to swerve and find that a new escape. But did the best they can. This person was paying attention. We tried our best. We're slowing down. They're trying to move out of the way. They're slowing down. We're slowing down. Boom. A little collision. Kind of small. But if we can try our best to avoid it altogether and just make that swerve to the right in that gap, that's the best case scenario. But overall, this was better because we would have hit that other vehicle at a higher rate of speed, and that's not good. Overall, probably the best that person could do. Crash Bandito. I don't care about road rage. I really don't care, guys. I don't care about road rage. We're going to go ahead and skip all this.
In the rural outskirts of Tacoma, Washington, a group of bikers were cruising when one rider lost control on a turn.
All right, here we go. We're going to go through a corner going 80 miles per hour. Maybe kilometers. I don't know where this is actually at. But because he's in second gear, so it might be kilometers. Sharp. Maybe he's 80 miles per hour. That might be miles per hour. This looks like United States. That's a turn coming up, and it says 25. We're going 75. So guys, whenever you see the indicator there, the road indicator, when it says, hey, caution sign, orange, and it says recommended 25, and he's going 75 miles per hour, because this is probably United States, so 75 miles per hour, at least bring it down to 50. I get it. If you're like a professional rider, you've been doing track days, you're like, I can handle this. I mean, look at the road first. It looks like crap. But if you're doing track days, you're probably even thinking to yourself, I should not do this anyways. Because the more education you have, the more you're like, I'll save it for the track. So slow it down, though. If you're a brand new rider, it's like you see that. It's an indicator we should probably slow it down. Because when we have a turn coming up that's sharp like that, nice little bump right there. Look at the road. Sharp left turn. Maybe that first turn's nice and easy. You're like, oh, the second turn's going to be just like that. Nope. Look at the second turn. A lot harder. He was going way too fast. The first turn messed him up for that second.
He slammed into a sand hill.
So how do we rescue this
target
person?
Fixation caused by the high speed. Always keep your eyes focused on where you want to go, not on what you were trying to avoid.
Yep, so he's talking about target fixation. Let's take a look at this. We'll go over that just a little bit. Okay, not much more. So when he's talking about target fixation, right? Target fixation is a tool, not... A lot of people are like, oh, target fixation is the problem. Like, you don't want to target fixate. You don't want to target fix. No, you want to target fixate on the solution. A lot of people target fixate, and they think of it as the negative thing because it's usually what leads to a crash, because they're target fixating on a problem. Target fixation is just focus. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the road, or are you focusing on that cliff or that problem, that tree, or whatever it is that you're going towards? If you're looking towards the problem, you're going to go towards the problem. And that's something that we learn here with the Smart Rider drills. This is like an easy thing to do. You're doing 10 to 15 miles per hour. You're target fixating on the next cone, the next part of the drill itself, and you're not focusing on the outside part. So you're practicing your target fixation. You're practicing your head and eye movement. You're target fixating. Like you're doing you're practicing the right way to do it. And you can get this right now. It's on pre-order, but it should be here next Friday in booklet form. But once you get it, you also get the digital version of it. And so you get it on your phone. You can put it on your handlebars. You can practice. And you can just be like, all right, I'm going to do this drill right here, the lefty-loosey. And it's like, you know what? How do you even do that? That's kind of weird. So you click the QR code that's in there, and it'll take you to me actually showing you how to do it. So you go and practice it. And also, each one of these has a QR code. So if you have the booklet, you can scan it, and it has my best time on it. You know, at least the time that's in the video. I've gotten better times since then. But practice that. Target fixate on the solution. Focus on the solution. Where you're looking is where your head's going. Where your head's going is where your upper body's going. Where your handlebars are going. So if you look where you want to go, you start going towards it. So here, oh, I got the marker out. We're coming to here. And as soon as he sees this part, he's this rider right here, he's probably looking right here when he should be looking over here. And then making that turn. He's already going towards this. And that's what he talks about target fixation. Speed is also a huge factor in this. Speed is a huge factor in this. Guys, slow it down.
A terrifying situation occurred to this biker on the highway.
Slow it down. You guys notice? So, brand new rider, you're watching this, you're like, I want to get into riding. It's like, oh, it's scary because of all the crashes. Guys, realize, I hope you guys are finding the same common denominators and the same common issues here, right? Cerebus, welcome to the crew. You're finding the same problems. Too much speed. So if you're a brand new rider, you're like, I'm scared to ride because I see all these people crashing. It's because it's too much speed. So how about you slow it down? Go ahead and take a seat out here. Grab a slice of pizza. Let's pay attention in class and slow it down so that we're not having a lot of these issues.
Was going more than 140 miles per hour when suddenly his tire blew out. He kept riding on his blown-out tire until reality...
Imagine trying to slow it down. Imagine trying to slow it down now. You lost all this traction. He's probably like, why is it all slippery and doing all this weird stuff? Now I have to slow it down. He's going a mile or two on that crap, and he can't turn. He can't do anything. He's going to put his feet down. He's actually very lucky that he did not fall. Honestly, I'd rather have the rear tire blow out than the front tire.
A biker in South Brazil
lucky.
was cruising at high speed
wear some
when
gear.
a police car had suddenly activated its sirens and moved to the left to make a turn.
Right.
At that
Let's take a look at this.
the biker was overtaken on the left, leading
Brazil biker police officers are insane.
Eita, carai!
When emergency vehicles activate their sirens,
He saw this ahead of time.
A viatura.
So at this point, roll off the throttle and apply the brakes. Roll off the throttle and apply the brakes.
Eita, carai!
You waited to the last second. Okay, guys, if you see that, just slow it down.